So we are currently on a 9-game unbeaten run, and despite beating Blythe twice this season, we just can't seem to close the gap on them. And like we can see, the league form that we are on at the moment, it is very good form. Like we say, unbeaten in 9 games in the league. The only loss we've had on that little run is to FC Halifax, who are in the division above us, and that was mainly playing a rotated team as well. But in the league, after that 3-all draw against Warrington in the last episode, we began with a 3-0 win away at Hereford, and really this is a result that was made at South Shields. Sam Hodgson, he came through at South Shields and he managed to grab a couple of goals in this game. And then Will Jenkins as well, another one who came through South Shields Academy, he got himself a goal. Both of these players were on loan at Morpeth at the beginning of the season, but with the changes we have made to the squad, it's good to have them in just as little extra bodies to provide backup to the first team. Like we say, that one defeat came against Halifax. Aaron Martin got us off to a fantastic start, but Halifax did show that they did have a little bit more quality and eventually came out 2-1 winners in that match. 2 1-1 draws followed against Alfreton and Farsley. Really games which we probably should have been getting wins in. Nevertheless, we weren't quite able to get it over the line. Sam Hodgson secured a win against Boston with quite a worldie of a goal. I've seen more worldies in this league than I have in any other league. It's really quite fantastic to watch. And then in our most recent game, again playing against the big rivals Blythe, and we went and got a 2-0 win thanks to Paul Blackett and Tom Broadbent. Like we said in the introduction though, despite the fact we've beaten them twice, we are still 10 points behind them. Although we do have a game in hand, it seems as if they've just cemented their position at the top of the table. Our first match today is against Scarborough, so we've got a chance to maybe give Blythe a little bit more of a cushion, but we need to make sure we win if we stand any chance of catching them as well. There has been a few more outs as well. Luke James has joined Darlington, and Michael Woods, we may be reunited with him today as he is playing for Scarborough now. And then the first sale that we have made of the save, Dylan Motley Henry, went to Sutton of League 2 for the big bucks. £3.1 thousand that's been injected into our transfer kitty, and in all honesty it's made zero difference whatsoever. Still financially not looking great. Wage budget though, we have really sorted that out. Lots of players now have left the club who were on higher wages than probably what they should have been, so we've been able to reduce that massively. And in turn, that's allowed us to offer contracts to a few more players to attempt to build for next year. Broadbent has really been a great player for us at the back. I know he's the more experienced head that we've got there, but with the contract that we have offered him, that will be actually lowering his wages and signing him up until the end of next year. So I think that'll be a great contract to get over the line as long as it does go through. Elsewhere, Martin Smith has been offered a contract, and so have James McGeorge and Sam Hodgson. Again, both those players, if we can just keep them around as backup for the squad, whatever league we're in, I think they'll be good additions. McGeorge still has time to develop. He has been getting a little bit more game time with us as well. So we'll see what position we're in financially after that. I think the next one I might have to look to try to secure is Aaron Martin. Despite his advanced age, he has been a sensational player for us this season. He's got 19 goals and 2 assists in 27 league games, so really can't doubt how important he has been for us. But maybe we do need to keep one eye on the fact that he is getting a bit older. Might delay offering him a contract until later on in the season and see what position we are in. And we are travelling to second place Scarborough Athletic, and the team for that match, I think it's the same team here we used to. The only changes, Kessie is currently out with the flu. He has a chance of being back for the next match, but I think it's doubtful, so Jenkins is in the starting lineup in his place. So it really is just the team that we've come to know and have been starting to grow quite attached to some of these players. So if they can keep up the performances, that would be great. It is going to be another tough challenge for us, but one that we know we can come out of on top. And it does look to be Scarborough coming forward first. Green on the left hand side gets it down the line to Brown. He gets past Laferdu, who doesn't put a foot in at all. Thankfully Boney was there to pull out the save for us. It was quite a weak shot at the end of the run, so Boney might have had a slightly easier job than he may have done. But Scarborough being a bit relentless at the start of this match. Another cross into the box. Boney does well to punch that one away, and Martin heads it into Blackett, and he's now behind the Scarborough defence. Can he get an effort away? And he bangs it straight into that top corner. That was a fantastic counter-attack from us, from our box to the other end of the pitch in a matter of seconds. But the finish from Blackett, he had a lot of work to do once Martin headed it on. Managed to take it past the last defender and just got himself that little yard of space. But then the finish into the top corner, it is a fantastic finish. And we've gone 1-0 up against the team second placed in the league, showing that we can challenge at the top. Obviously beaten Blythe twice this season, so we can mix it with the bigger teams in the league on our day. And our day has been quite a few games recently. Like we say, the run that we're on, the players will be confident, and we've been in this position many times. We know how to hold onto a lead, so hopefully it is something that we can do for the remainder of the game. Scarborough looking to come forward is Colville on the right hand side. He gets past Aaron Simpson and is able to get to the edge of the box. Thankfully Clark is there to put a foot in, but Smith's clearance goes straight to Brown on the left wing, and that is really a goal which could have been avoided. I think the way Smith cleared that ball there was just inviting the pressure to come back on. He put it into a great position for Brown to be able to find Green, and then Coulson found the back of the net via a deflection from Olsen as well. So it, like we say, a goal which very easily could have been avoided from our perspective. If we can go straight back ahead now, that would be great. Simpson's going to take a corner and maybe going to be looking for Broadbent's head. He's been the danger man from set pieces for us this season. We have another chance. It's Simpson now, his first goal of the season, and that's a great little strike from him. Again, he's been a great player for us. Another one whose contract I am toying with extending, but the development that he's gone through since he's been at the club, there's lots of red arrows going down. So want to see an improvement in that aspect before I do definitely offer him a contract. We can't deny he has contributed fantastically this season. I think he is our top assist maker, and that's his first goal as well. So still decisions to be made regarding some of the players, but Simpson's one of them who has really been fantastic for us this season. Blackett is in behind again and tried to dink it over the keeper, and it just went over the bar. Looked like he could have just had a proper shot and placed it into the bottom corner. Went for the spectacular and didn't quite come off for him though. Scarborough straight back on the attack again. Green into the back post. And one of the issues with Aaron Simpson is he's not the tallest of fullbacks there. You can probably see him on the screen. And in comparison to most of the other players on the pitch, he does just look like a little child. He was never going to be able to win that header against Colville. And it's back to being a draw game. We are on the attack once again though. We've got a free kick. Matt Smith is going to take it. He's going to get it into the box. Gomez not quite able to win the header. CJ Clark gets it back to Simpson, and his effort just goes wide of the post. Olsen at the back plays it forward to Jenkins, and he gets it to Broadbent. Broadbent with a chance to get over halfway and get to Gomez. Blackett's through behind again, and this time he does bury it into the bottom corner. Didn't try anything spectacular, just put his laces through it, and that was another great finish from him. And we lead again in this match. I think it's for the third time. Hopefully this time it's something which we can hold on to. But a great finish from Blackett, good play from Gomez as well, finding him with the little ball through the defence, and a great finish from Blackett. He's really improved in the second half of the season as well, so nice to have him under contract until the end of next year as well. We are just going to hope in this second half we really start to limit some of the chances that we are giving Scarborough. Obviously, we saw one of the goals definitely in that first half was really just down to carelessness from ourselves, and we just can't keep falling into that trap of giving the opposition the ball. They have managed to get a third equaliser of the day, and this time it comes from Thornton, a corner from them, and Thornton gets above anyone in the box to head it into the back of the net. Jenkins isn't having the best of games. I'm going to bring on McGeorge to play in that position, and you will see Sam Hodgson for the first time. He's going to come on in place of Aaron Martin, who is on a yellow card. I'm just going to keep a hold of that last sub for a little bit, make sure we don't have anyone going down injured. I think this is Michael Smith. He's going to take a free kick. He has scored from this distance once for us before this season. This time he finds the Fudu and he plays it back to Gomez. McGeorge though is able to drive into the box, but Cracknell is able to make the save and deny McGeorge his second goal of the season. Smith is going to be taking this corner, and hopefully it can find a South Shields head, but instead it doesn't even get past the first man and it just fizzles out. Again, we do have that one change, so I am going to bring on Jed Abbey in place of the Fudu. Hopefully he can get up and down that right hand side and provide an assist for us in these last few moments of the game. Getting a draw away at Scarborough, it will be a good result for us, but the position we were in, leading 3 times in the match, it is quite disappointing. We haven't been able to hold on, but still keeping up that unbeaten run. That's 10 games now. We do have another game coming up today. That's against Peterborough Sports. They're at the complete opposite end of the table, so it will be a very different type of game, but one again which we're hoping to get a win in. It is just going to be the same team going out for the game against Peterborough Sports. I think one of the reasons we've been able to go on this run is largely because of consistency in the squad. I think there's only been one game where this set of players hasn't started the match. So we have got a settled first team squad now, and after the game today we do have it is often the case we're going to have 7 days in between matches, so it will be much more of an opportunity for the players to be able to rest up. And I think with the way that we are resting the players in between matches as well, the fitness levels of these players should be fine until the end of the season. We do have enough depth in the squad to make changes in every position if needed, but just with the form most of these players have been on, it would be a shame to take them out of the team and maybe risk losing that momentum that we do have at the moment. This is one of the games that did get postponed as well, so I think it is one of the games in hand, and really it is one that we need to be winning to really see where we are in that table. João Gomez has managed to put us in front, so we will just have a look at that table when it updates to see what position we could be in if the scoreline remains as it is. And in the National League, getting into that second and third place is quite key. You avoid a leg of ties before you have to play in the playoffs. So if we can get second or third, that would really be great for us. If we can keep on getting the wins and maybe close that gap to Blythe, we've got to keep the hope alive. It's not mathematically uncertain. Obviously it is going to take a big effort from these players to get to that stage. We are 7 points behind Blythe at the moment, but this would be us still having a game in hand. So we are slowly closing that gap down. But we need to make sure it is games like this where we've let ourselves down quite often this season, games where we should be winning them and winning them quite comfortably. We've let the opposition back into the game, and if we can go ahead and get ourselves a second goal, just give ourselves a bit more of a cushion, it is something which would make us a bit more comfortable. Boney managing to punch their corner away, and hopefully we're going to set ourselves off on a counter with the Fudu on the right hand side. None of the strikers are trying to bust a gut to get forward, but I can see Blackett, he's in a little bit of space now. Like we say, it's a ball which is trying to get back to Olsen but was cut out. Thankfully Olsen was able to win it back, but another example of we do plenty to shoot ourselves in the foot at times, and it really shouldn't be happening. Martin getting his head to the ball, Crook able to make the save and keep it at 1-0. We are keeping the pressure up though. It is going to be another corner from Smith, getting to the back post, but Broadbent isn't able to win it ahead of Crook, and that one comes to an end. We aren't seeing great performances from either of these strikers, and CJ Clark is on a booking, so I am going to bring on Hassani, and I'm also going to bring on Sam Hodgson. He can come on for Aaron Martin, who is a little bit nervous. Last 15 minutes, we are going to demand more from the players, and we are going to look to make that last change of the game as well. We do have quite a lot of tiring players in the squad. I'm going to take off Smith and bring on Mick George in his place. Hopefully Mick George's youthful exuberance can just take him forward and get us that goal to make it a little bit more comfortable. If the game just fizzles out, that's great as well. It means we've got the result, we've got the 1-0 win, and we can see now where we are in that league table. So looking at that table now, we are 6 points behind Blythe. We do have a game in hand. If we can win that, then we could potentially be within 3 points of the top. So the run that we have gone on really has been brilliant. If we'd been able to secure a couple of wins in those games against the likes of Farsley and Alfreton, we could be in a much better position. It is what it is though, and we've managed to get a good result against Peterborough Sports there, and that allows us to keep the pressure on that pack at the top of the table. Obviously every game now is very, very crucial for us, and I think for the next game we're going to come back for the games against Brackley and Chorley. Chorley are one of the teams which is close around us in the league, so that is a game which could possibly define whether or not we're able to retain this position in the second and third place in the table. So hopefully the good form with these players can continue, and hopefully we can go out and get a few more good results in between now and then. If you have enjoyed that, please make sure to like and comment down below, subscribe to the channel to make sure you keep up with the save. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.